It's been a while. Got a little moment actually. Figured I'd do a little video, do a little nationals recap, maybe even open a box. Still got my boxes from the PAX tournament I won that I need to open, so I might open one of those here in a bit. But figured I'd just give my thoughts. I haven't really planned this out very well, but let's just see. I was gonna go through my top deck GG and just kind of talk about the matches, what I remember, and go through a little bit of that. So I guess to start off with, just want to say thanks to LRG for putting on a great tournament. It had its hiccups at the beginning, of course, with the repairings of software, and I think that'll be a good learning experience for them just to figure it out. This was season 0, so get the kinks worked out. Next time I'm sure they'll get a better way for the invitational people to be registered beforehand and get all that set up much earlier so it can start on time. Here there might even be a chance of 2-day tournaments for nationals or more, where you can have the top 8 on a separate day. I kind of like that, having the weekend of Overpower and just have a lot more scheduled side events for others on that day as well. So yeah, I can see this just getting bigger and better. So and then also thanks to Doug Sims. Thanks for Heroes and Games and the whole offering up your convention center room to the community, and that just it's great. Ohio, Columbus is great to have these tournaments at. It was my first traveling tournament back in 2022. It was the first time I traveled for Overpower. Well, besides I drove to Oklahoma City for the first one in 2020, but further travel. It's a great place to be and just so hospitable, and I'm glad Nationals was there. Perfect place to have the big Overpower event. And I'm excited for the upcoming regionals and NAOL stuff coming up that I'm able to attend. Okay, back to Nationals. So once we finally got started, my first round was against Mr. Felipe himself, and that was it was a little nerve-wracking to be honest. I've never played Felipe before. That was my first time, and you can actually go watch it on Overpower Live's YouTube channel. That's the very first game of the tournament. They had it streamed there with commentary and everything, and great job, Joe, and guest commentators on the commentary there. At a little aside there, I know several people who, a friend of mine here in Tulsa who knows-ish how to play, learning. He said that watching these with that commentary was very, very helpful. My dad watches the videos, and he said that, the commentary, it was very amazing and great. So Joe, good job with the guest commentators as well. So yes, keep that up. If we can do that for all the regionals now, just to have the live stream, I think that was really successful. And then the interviews afterward, that was also a great part of it. Okay, so I was playing Felipe, and it was just kind of nerve-wracking because I was on camera as well. I know with the craziness going on at the beginning where they actually had to reseat people, repair people 3 times. Well, I guess repair twice, because they paired once, had to repair it again. The first 2 times I was not on camera. Well, who knows? I don't know how they picked their cameras, but sitting there and got moved, got moved, and then all of a sudden they're like, "You're over on the camera." First round. So I got to play Felipe, him and his Land Before Time, the Land That Time Forgot. And that was rough. I've never played against the Land That Time Forgot deck before, and just having to constantly be prepared for, okay, if I concede, there's going to be a power card attack coming my way. He also had Jane, so I know it could either be a power card attack or her 2 that can be used after the opponent concedes. So just having that on the back of the mind the whole time was very, very nerve-wracking, very stressful. So I was glad to make it out of that one. Go watch it on Overpower's channel. But a spoiler alert, I was able to get that one, and it came down to pretty late. So Felipe is a great player, and I know if you watch the Overpower Adventures wrap-up show after the Nationals, Felipe was on that, and he mentioned to me that it was good for him to get that loss. It whipped him into shape, and he was ready to. I think he won maybe every game past that, except for maybe the very last one or something like that. So good job, Felipe. You had a great tournament, man. Okay, so that was my round 1. Round 2, I played against Josh. So me and Josh Alexander we're staying together there, and we ended up having to get paired together round 2. Kind of funny about that one is because of the delays at the beginning, is me and him got to play a couple games during that delay time, and he actually beat me both times with his deck. Which, so thank you, Josh. You helped out a lot with this because it really, I hadn't played a lot of Overpower since PAX, really, not much at all. So that really helped get the rust off, and just I made some silly mistakes on those practice games, but it was good to get that out of the way. And then once the tournament started, was locked in. So then played against Josh here, and ended up getting him. It was a close game. I don't remember all the details, but but was able to pull that one out. And I was a little nervous because he had just beat me twice in a row beforehand, but again, that wasn't the tournament setting. It was just kind of both of us preparing, getting our decks figured out again, and going from there. So I was glad to beat him. Glad to beat him. So, but thanks for the practice, Josh. That really helped beforehand, and you helped me get a lot further in this tournament. So appreciate it. Okay, round 3. I guess I could have told you a little bit about Josh's deck, but I actually don't remember. I think it was a lot like Abelkop's. Cop, I think that's how you say your last name. I'm sorry. Deck from PAX that got second. But yeah, he had Raw in reserve, and up front was who was it? Captain Nemo, Mummy maybe. It might have been the exact same characters. Yeah, I don't remember who the last one was. Which maybe, I don't remember. But it was he worked it well. Just wasn't able to get him to the top. He had just kind of built that. He had the deck brewing for a while. He said he had the idea, just not with Raw in the back, I don't think, for a while, and saw Adams and decided to build it. So he built it basically that morning. So he did pretty well for that. Okay, so round 3, I played against, where am I at? Looking on. Oh yes, it was Mr. Raz, Game Master himself, over on table 2. So Raz was 2-0 at that same time, and we ended up playing, and I took him out a little quicker, and I know I think was it Raz who did he get first place in the qualifier, or was it the skirmish? It might have been the skirmish, yeah. But either way, he was doing well, and I know afterwards he asked me some tips, so I was able to beat him, and it took a little while, but knocked him out, and it was good to talk to him afterwards, and because I think this might have been his first competitive tournament, if I remember correctly. So he was doing really well for that, and I think he ended up getting in the top 16 at the end. So he did a good job. I was proud of him, and I'm glad that he's asking for advice on what he thinks he could have done better. And I don't remember exactly what it was at the time, but what we talked about, and I can't exactly remember his deck at the moment, so he'd probably have to tell you that right now. But it was a good game, and yeah. But I think there's just things he probably, I can't remember if it was more just when to concede, when to place more, how much to venture. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but he obviously did a good job. So I was glad to play against Raz there. Okay, round 4 was when I got to take on I'd never beat him before, Mr. Goat himself, Mr. Marcel. I was able to take him on, and this it was a good game. It was a good game, but my deck was drawing well, and I had everything I needed when I needed it, and I was able to take him out that game. So I was able to take out the Goat, and that felt good to get that off my back. He likes to remind me, and which I enjoyed too, about our Boston games a couple years back. Back we had 2 really great games, so I'd recommend go looking those up on the Overpower Lives channel. It's on their channel, I believe. Yeah, Battle for Boston 2024, I believe. But maybe 23. I don't know. But first game, reminisce about that a little bit. In Battle for Boston that we had recorded, man, he ended up betting for the win, I think, on round 2, because he had 3 draw 3s. And it came down to the last card. I was playing my good old patented Jubilee, Infinite Avoid deck, and almost got him. I recommend going to watch that. It was so close, barely. He barely got me with 3 draw 3. So yeah, that was still fun. But then we played again in top 8 there, and I would have had him if I would have just, at that time I was still learning. I've been playing competitively since 2020, but then COVID happened, so I didn't really get to practice until, like I mentioned, 2022. Got back went to Oklahoma City again, did poorly there, trying battle sets for the first time, went to Ohio. I think that's where I might have started my first Jubilee, or maybe the Iron Man version of that. I don't know, but either way, I did okay there. But what was I even saying? Oh, but yeah, so still learning, and I forgot you could defensively negate and offensively play negate. So there was a time near the end, I had my acrobatics down, that my beast lockout, the only universe cards. And basically, if I had that out, if I kept it out, I would have won the game. He ends up just, casually negating it. And I was like, oh, I can't, okay. Toss it aside. Hear the commentators being, yeah, they let me hear it. They're like, oh, when he watches this afterwards, he's going to, yeah. And so that's been up here for a long time. And played Marcel at least one other time since then, maybe even twice. I don't remember, but yeah, he's had my number. Yeah. He beat me in Ohio when I played the same deck last year in the modern tournament there. He beat me, which my deck was, it's a little bit different, which I guess I could have even started off with that, what my deck even is. I meant to do a deck tech video at some point, just haven't had a chance to. That could have been what this is, but I was playing with Sun Wukong, Wicked Witch, Doc Watson, and Carson of Venus in reserve with 221 Baker Street. So I'll still need to get that deck tech going. But this is the deck that I used to win in PAX last year in Pennsylvania. And I'd also used that deck in Ohio, but it was different. And that's what I was going to go for my deck tech, just kind of what changes I made and how that helped the deck be a lot better. But for Nationals, I used the exact same deck from PAX, didn't change it at all. And yeah, it did well for me. But yeah, I was able to play against Marcel and finally beat him. So thanks for for all your knowledge you give, Marcel, on your show, and just every time we play, I've probably learned the most from all my games against you, because you really are the GOAT. So it's been good, and it was great to finally get one against you. So after that, having the honor of playing the GOAT and beating him there, I finally hit my first roadblock. Mr. Thomas himself, who ended up getting second place at this tournament. But yeah, so started getting going against my Joan decks, and whew, that early feminist leader is a doozy. So yeah, it went to the end there, like it went all the way, and he just had my number. I don't remember there being any real misplays or mistakes. It was a really good game, back and forth, and just finally there at the end, I think if I remember correctly, it came to last hand, and he was able to pull it off. But it was. Or maybe he killed my character. No, yes. It was, he was able to get I forgot what the victory's called, but the overall victory where he killed all my characters and won venture. So that's what it was, yeah. It was coming down to the end where we were staying pretty even, but then there at the end, it was just, it didn't have what I needed, and he just had what he needed to destroy me. So I was hoping to probably, what's it called? Get the spiritual victory if I was able to let my last guy die and win venture, but was not able to win it. So he got me, and then he got his ultimate KO or whatever you call it playmat because of that as well. So good job, Thomas. Good job. Look forward to playing you again. I guess that was our first time to play too. So well, a lot of firsts here. Okay, so then on to round 6. I played against Sawyer. Yeah, so Sawyer was, I guess we were both 4-1 at that time, and I think he had just got done playing Jessica, which I've been rewatching some of the videos here earlier, and I think I just finished watching their video, and yeah. So and I remember him telling me that Jessica just kind of tore through him, and then I think I was able to beat him, and I think maybe 3 or 4 hands as well, and. So I know he was also, we were talking a little bit about what he could do better. Yeah, so Sawyer did a great job. And maybe it was Sawyer. I can't remember who did what between Raz earlier and Sawyer right now. I feel like one of them, or maybe they were both in the top of the skirmish the night before, or maybe it was one of them won the last chance qualifier. I don't remember. So if anyone wants to comment in, they can clear that up for me. But I was able to take down Sawyer, but I really enjoyed just talking to him, and he's a great guy, and I hear hasn't been playing too long either, so it's great that these people are starting to play and just getting it with the big boys early and getting up there and getting some wins. So good job, Sawyer, as well as Raz. Okay, on to round 7. I had to play Jessica, so back to Joan again. So I'm trying to figure out for the future what to do about these Joan decks. So really plotting up here. If I hadn't had a chance to mess with decks at all, so I played my same one. But I'm already in the middle of making 2 new decks, just trying to try some new things and see what I can do. But yeah, Jessica, it was a really good game. This one I was more in than I think the Thomas game earlier for more of it, and it came down to early feminist later. Once that came out, it is tough to keep up with that. Especially once you get closer to Power Pack. I can't remember who made it to Power Pack or not, but yeah, she had my number there at the end, and it was close. It was close, but she got me. So it's a good job, Jess. And that was Jess. She was at this is round 7, so she was 6-0, 7-0 after that. So she had quite the Swiss rounds there. She went 8-0, and unfortunately, I know she got knocked out that first round of the top 8. But still, that was an amazing tournament for Jess. So good job, Jess. All right, so round 8 I was at 6-2, so I was like, ooh, I am not automatically in. I have to win this last one to get into the top 8, because I knew that there was not going to be any 5 and 3s who were going to make it, and even at 6-2 might not make it. And I think, yeah, 1 6-2 didn't, I believe. So let's see. I was playing against Sean Hopkins for one of the Seattle crew, and yeah, I was able to pull it out against him. I think I had a timely Grim Reaper against him, if I remember correctly, and that really helped a lot. So unfortunately, that knocked him out of the running for the top 8. But yeah, appreciate the game, Sean, and it was good getting to know you a little bit better over the weekend too. So yeah, good. I don't remember what you played either, Sean. Were you a Cthulhu one? It's all a big blur right now. It was getting late at that time too, so since it started so late. So then yeah, I was after that. I was 6-2 now, yeah, because I was going into that 5-2. Played 8 rounds because of how many people? 63 people, I believe, yeah, 63. So ended up going 6-2, and yeah, got the 3rd seed there. So let's see, what were the top 8 was, so Jessica had 1st seed. I guess this is just the finals, but yeah, I remember Jessica was 1st seed, and then you had Thomas, I think, as 2nd seed, then me as 3rd. Andrew, I believe, was 4th place, Mr. Andrew the Prodigy, and then from there was, I don't remember the order, but there was Felipe, Daniel MacArthur, Marcel, and Joe. I think I got I played against Marcel 1st round, so he must have been 6th if I was 3rd, and 4th, 5th would have been, I don't remember. It was Andrew. I don't remember who Andrew beat. It might have been Joe. Joe might have been actually 5th. But either way, yeah, I had to play Marcel again. So I was like, okay, so I beat him once. Let's see what happens the second time. I was just happy to be in the top 8. That was my goal. Get to top 8. I'm playing against the best here. I know I did great in packs and everything, but it's like there's variance in this game. You never know. So I was just happy to be there. And then having to play Marcel, I know he was locked in and ready. So yeah, I'll talk about that one first hand. I believe I got a dupe, and I'm pretty sure I was going first. So yeah, placed out everything but 1 card, and then I know Marcel placed a good amount. He had some pretty good heat. Not so great. So I bet 1, and then Marcel was thinking, 2 or 3, and finally decided, okay, I'm gonna go 3, which, looking out there, it made sense to me. Draw a card, and I'm going first. I should not have told him that this was a card I drew, but I said, here, I'll just use the card I drew, Grim Reaper, and he had nothing for it, and that hurt him. That hurt him. So that I could tell that shook him there because of that 1 card, and I should have just lied and been like, that was the 1 card I had in my hand. But no, it wasn't, and it got, I don't remember if it got 4 or 3, but yeah, it cleared the board pretty well. But he still had a good amount of some things he could do, so he stayed in, and we actually got to where he was very close to winning his 3 venture. I don't remember if he was up by like 4 or something, and I had 1 card left. And it was the card that I had in my hand was the 7 brute strength, any character, whatever the 7 is for brute strength. And I was okay. Who do I use this on? He had 1 card left in his hand. That was it. I was like, what could he have? Oh, he had passed before that too. So I was like, what could he have? does he have? Because he was playing. Oh yeah, well, Marcel's team, I could say, was Wukong. Let's see, Witch, right? It was the Wu Witch, right? Yeah, Witch and Wukong, and then he was using Deja up front with Billy in reserve. And so I threw my 7 at Deja, just going for her. I was like, yeah, this should hopefully go through on her. And good thing I did, because I actually forgot about this, because I don't use the card in my deck. But I was like, I think Sun Wukong has some sort of avoid. And yes, he has the avoid a combat or a brute force. So I'm glad I didn't attack Wukong. I don't think I would have either way, just knowing that I remember he had something else that I didn't use. So just in case, I couldn't remember what it defended though. So went after Deja, thank God. So he had the Sun Wukong left only. So I was able to get that venture. And from there, it was just, yeah, that Reaper hurt him a lot, being down on card advantage there. And it was, yeah, I had the cards I needed when I needed them, and again, was able to get them. But yeah, this great game, and it just, I know Marcel did well to get there, and obviously he practiced hard, and kind of felt bad that I had to end his tournament there, but it was great to be able to play him. Like I say, always an honor. So I hope to hear more on your podcast, Marcel, and hope to see you more times coming up. Start a good rivalry there. I hope so. Yeah. Well, that was the round 1. So then we went into round 2, and I was paired up against Mr. Prodigy himself, Andrew, and you can watch that up on it's on a separate video. I guess they started a new video for the top 4, and it was a good game for sure. And I know we got, that's the part that people probably talk about. I let him take something back. So we were playing. I ended up, so earlier, a turn before, I guess I think I negated his early feminist leader, or he had discarded or something. Basically, early feminist leader, Joan of Arc again, was in the dead pile. So what was he playing? Joan of Arc, was it Mina and Wicked Witch, I believe? Or was it Morgan? No, Morgan, yeah. So Morgan, Wicked Witch, Joan of Arc, and in reserve was Sheriff in Nottingham. So it was different, but yeah, he was using those Morgan's 3s to throw some Sheriff bombs when he could. Yeah, early feminist leader it was in the dead pile. And then he, on this turn, I bet 3, he ended up Geminiing. And I think from what I remember, I don't even think I remembered that EFL was in the dead pile at that time. This was already like 12:30 for us, so it was getting late. If I would have thought about that, I should have just, and even Joe will say it on the commentary, conceded right then. Like, just, I'll lose 3, but I had a lot of things placed, and it would have been gone. No more EFL. From what I remember in my brain, I don't think I even thought about that. I played so many games, I couldn't remember, I don't know what he got. So my next thing I did is I played a Doc Watson the 6, that if it hits, he has to reveal his hand. Because I had Baker Street, I get to discard something. So he ends up taking it, and we share our hands, and I say, I'll discard EFL, and he just, you can see in the video, yeah, like he basically forgot that I had Baker Street. And yeah, it was one of those where he was asking if he could take it back. He's like, obviously I would have, played in my Harness the Wind and shifted the 6 and blocked it, which is what I assumed he would do, just to not lose a card. But if I would have been thinking, I would have just said, oh, well, maybe we should back it up more so I could just concede. But no, I let him redo it. I don't know if that's, at the time, I gave it a moment, and what my gut told me at the time was just, yeah, let's do it. That's obviously, if he was, we were all kind of brain dead at the time. If he saw Baker Street, had Baker Street in mind, he wouldn't have let me do that. So let him take it back. And then from there, yeah, he was able to then get EFL out, and slowly went downhill. We still, you can watch it, made it to the end. And if he didn't have maybe a 7 or 8, I might have been able to make it work. But it was just the EFL, plus he had his Spartan training rounds also. So that just, I was trying to go for the spiritual victory in this one too. So yeah, it's tough to say what would have happened if I didn't let him take it back. But he would have still had the Harness the Wind then, if not. So that would have changed things anyway. So yeah, but it's all good. I kind of going into this, I was like, man, who besides me would I be rooting for? And Andrew was one of those, he hasn't won He's won an NAL tournament actually, but he hasn't won a regional or a modern tournament. So I was kind of rooting for him a little bit too. So sorry, Thomas, but I'm glad he beat you at the end. So it was good though, and yeah, I think they mentioned it on the stream that wanted to win it the right way. That was also kind of going through my mind too. It's like if I want to win, I want to win right, because that was kind of a silly mistake. And I know in PAX there was at least one time that I know I didn't let someone take something back that. I don't know if it would have changed it or not, but I still kind of feel weird about that. So this kind of makes me feel, I don't know, a little redemption for that or something. But yeah, that was a tournament. It was a great time, and I was able to got my top 8 mat here. So look at that beauty right there. Top 8, got Invincible. So excited for that Skybound set coming in. I think August or something like that. But then also was able to get they had several original arts, and they let the top 4 each pick one. So got a whole Robin Hood there. Look at that beauty there. I put the little card down there. I need to get this put up on the wall here at some point. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm glad I got that one. I really like that one. I've never actually even used Robin Hood much, so maybe that's a sign I need to build a Robin Hood deck. We'll see. But yeah, that was the tournament. That was the recap from what I remember. Great job, Andrew and Thomas, for getting first, second, and everyone else in the top 8. Congratulations! And it was a great season 0, and excited for what's to come. I'm honestly a little happy that not happy. I don't know. I'm okay with Skybound not coming out right when it did, and having a little bit longer with just these characters. I feel like this is a game that it needs the sets to not come out too quickly after each other, because there's it's a very dense game that you have so many characters and so many combinations, but not just the way you combine them, but just how you build the deck beyond that there's a lot of things that can still change, that you can still find out, that you can still do more with, and find new ways to use these characters. So I'm liking still just having the group that we have of characters, and then once Skybound comes out, it'll be good to add that. But I like that timing. I'd be good. Like, I know people say maybe a set every 6 months is what I'm good with that. I'd be good for a set a year, but I understand that probably I think 6 months would be the best. I hear that they're going to try to do 3 sets a year, but I feel like that's too much for this game. I think this game, assuming all the sets are around this size, the 40 characters or so, then yeah, I think every 6 months is probably the best. But maybe throw a mini set like they're doing with the Few and the Curse, Felipe's mini set coming out here, Kickstarting here soon. So that'd be more palatable for me. 2 big sets a year, and then a mini set here and there. So yeah, that's my recap. Just thanks everyone for making this such a great season. I love this game. It really is a unique game, different than all the others, and I'm glad it's officially back. And here's to the next year. I might just make this the video and then do a box opening here. As part of this or after this, I don't know. We'll see. But you might just see a box opening right now, or it might be over. We'll see.
Okay, let's open one. Let's see how it goes. It's been a while since I've opened the box of this. Let's see what we can get. I don't know if I've added this to the Nationals recap video, but if not, go watch that. But it might just be at the end right now. We're watching this together. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's start with the right side. Let's see, what do I still need? I still need quite a few foils. I only have 1 ultra rare, and that is a Poseidon foil, so I could definitely use some more of those. Let's see, we got a Merlin, Sheriff of Nottingham. Okay, and then a Cthulhu. So how do I want to do this? I am not sure. Put all the extras over here. I'll throw all my cards this side here. Yeah. Okay, we'll just get some alternate arts here. I should have here, let me get my list up of what I need so I know if I get, because I need some foil stacks as well. And that'll make me feel a little better knowing what I need. I don't need it. I think I got all these, but I need some foil ones of those still. So Modern needs there. Okay, got that off to the side now. Okay. Invisible Man and Tarzan, and then let's see, Sherlock Holmes. We're kind of talking about while we're doing this. I could have done the whole Nationals recap thing while I'm opening this box, but nah, better not. Wukong, Angry Mob. Let's do a quick version here. Three Musketeers. So I guess I can talk about the tournaments, the upcoming tournaments. What am I doing this year? I'm going to, not going to be able to make it to Philly coming up here in a bit. Ooh, Angry Mob Middle Ages foil. Do I need that one? Middle Age foil. Nope, I actually have that one foil, but still nice. Very nice to have. Okay, I'll put these over here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to make it to Philly. Then is it Philly? Is that where? I can't remember. Pennsylvania? I don't remember where it is. There's one coming up soon here, or this weekend actually, because I'm traveling this weekend. So I'm not able to make that, but I'll be making it to Houston. That'll be, and these are both NAOL, not the modern regionals. But Houston I'll be at, which is May 1st, I guess, May 1st and 2nd, something like that, whatever that Friday, Saturday is. So I'm excited for that. So hopefully I'll see some of you all there for that NAOL. I'm really excited to play some Legacy. It's been a while since I played any Legacy. King Arthur, let's see. Do I need a King Arthur foil stack? I do not, but still nice to have. King Arthur foil stack. So. And then Taurus Tarkus. And then after that, what else am I doing? Is Ohio Regional next? I think that's what's next. So I'll be going to the Ohio Regional end of July. Merlin, Angry Mob. So I'm excited for that as well. And I'm glad that's a mix where you have a Legacy day and, ooh, hey, that's an ultra rare. It's not foil, but still, such a beautiful card. Actually, I think I probably should need some of the ultra rare non-foils. Where's that? Oh yeah, I still need an ultra rare Deja and ultra rare Zeus in non-foil. So those are my only remaining non-foils that I need. Okay, but yeah, Ohio, Legacy. I have not played Legacy in a while. I was like, oh, I need to remember how that works. So got to get back into that. Joan of Arc and Tarzan. I'm excited. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to play my same deck again that I had been playing, my old, was it the New Warriors, Scarlet Witch, the Hand with Chaos in Reserve is also. So we'll see. We'll see if I play that one again, if I try to make something new. We'll see. And Angry Mob Industrial Age. But after that, so Ohio, we have Ohio end of July, and then I don't know if I'm going to make any of the others. I wanted to try to really focus on going to any of the ones that were the combination of regional plus Legacy, because I really enjoy Legacy. Burger King Arthur, there you go, Doug. Another one for you, Doug. Sims. But so what else? The other two that are like that are Canada and Seattle. And unfortunately, Canada, I'm busy. I already have prior engagements that weekend, so I'm not able to go to that one. Unfortunately, I was really excited about that. I've been to Canada the last 2 years. So I'd recommend any of you all go to Canada who are on the fence about that. It's amazing. I didn't go to the regional last year, but I did go to the Legacy one the last couple of years. And just going to the Howard's place, the Bertrands, the X Mansion is just a great experience. It's just that great family atmosphere, and I cannot recommend it enough. Joan of Arc, yeah, I've come along to this artwork a little more too. Foil 7. And I'm not sure where they're actually having I don't know if they actually know where they're having the regional at yet, but it's going to be that same weekend. So fortunately I can't make to that one. And the only other mixed regional plus Legacy is Seattle. And it sounds like they're actually doing modern for both tournaments, for the NAOL version as well. I don't know how I feel about that. And that is making me probably I don't know. I was already on the fence about going, but because it was going to be a legacy tournament, I was probably going to try to make it work. But now, if they really are going to do Modern World tournaments, good chance I'm not going to make it. Just it was the getting to play the old cards that was really pulling me to go. But we'll see. We'll see. I might make it after all. Anyway, we will find out. We will find out. Okay, so that was the end of the right stack. Let's go to the middle now. I've probably got one foil character and one foil stack. Ooh, Merlin. Do I need Merlin? I think I have Merlin foil stack. Yes, I do have Merlin. So 2 foil stacks I already had, but not bad. Foil stack is a foil stack. Hey, an ultra rare Poseidon non-foil. I'll take it. I'll take it. I've done at least 2 ultra rares. I kind of sometimes forget what the ultra rares are, but yeah, none. There's just the Zorro and then the Poseidon are my ultra rare ones. So Anubis and Mina, and then a Mina Harker foil. Let's see, do I have Mina foil? Which one is this? 509. Okay, I have 509. I need 510. Okay. Wrong one. Okay. Henry Mob, Sun Wukong, Watson versus, and then the Mummy. And then what else am I missing? I know they have the 2 tournaments in one day, and that is at the end of the year, right? Where they're having, I don't know if it's at PAX again in Pennsylvania, I believe, and then they're having the NAOL at Brazil. So that's pretty awesome. I would love to try to get to Brazil. I don't see that being in the cards this year, but if they keep having it there, now I'll definitely need to get there. Billy and Carson, Mummy and Zorro. So that is pretty awesome. I'm glad that they're Larry's moving it there, and Felipe and them are helping out with that. So yeah, that'll be great. Ron Hyde. Let's see, Mina Hart. Ooh, this is an ultra foil I definitely need. So yeah, okay. That is awesome. Okay, great. Yeah. So now I have a second ultra. Is that the ultra rare? That is the ultra rare. Yes. Okay. I'm quite happy about that one. Leave that up there. I don't have my sleeves out with me right now, so okay. Let's see what's next. Dracula, Poseidon. We got Korak here. Very nice. Oh yeah, I can't remember. There might be a tournament that I'm forgetting. I'm not really sure at the moment, but let's see. I'll try not to. I keep getting distracted and stop doing my cards fast. So let's go. Ooh, a nice little 4 here. And Time Traveler. Okay. Almost down to the bottom of this middle stack. Count and Raw. And we got Good Witch here. Okay, Lancelot, Time Traveler. We got Anubis. Okay, last one from the middle stack. Hercules and Raw. Then we got Hercules. Hercules. Okay, down to the left side. Okay, 1/3 left. Raw and a Carson of Venus. Is that one that I need? Scroll down there. No, I have Carson of Venus. So I guess I need John Carter, Korak, Tars Tarkus, Time Traveler, Victory, and Zeus. Those are the foil stacks I still need. There's an Invisible Man foil. It's pretty cool looking. I like that one. Do I need him? Which one is it? Invisible Man. It does not look like I need this one. So getting some duplicates here. That's all right. Okay, Anubis, Poseidon, and we got Deja. Not Not the ultra rare though. That's the one I still need is the ultra rare non-foil Deja. Oh, and the foil one too, obviously I'll take that. Okay, Hyde and Joan, and then we have a Sherlock Holmes. Do I have this one? Is that 519? I need 519. Yes, I need this one. Okay, so there's another one I need. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Deja, best art in the set. Some of her cards here for sure. That one, look at this, so beautiful. Victory. And hey, there we go. I need the Deja. It's the non-foil one. I would obviously like the foil one better, but I do need this one. So very great. Got another ultra rare that I need there. Awesome, awesome. Good box so far. Very good box. And just that foil Mina, you know, that's that is awesome right there for sure. Captain Nemo, Korak, and Tarzan. Did was it Sean Ballantyne? I think when he opened like 13 boxes and get no foil ultra rares. Yeesh, that hurts. Okay, we got Carson of Venus. Okay, I think like 5 more, maybe something like that. Invisible Man, Zorro, and ooh, stack's about to fall over. Professor Moriarty. Okay, Jane, Mina. We get another foil 5 or a foil 5 and a Mina Parker. Start there. Okay. Yeah. I love that pack art. Okay, getting down to the end here. Tars, I think I said I needed him. Let's see. Yes, that is the foil stack I need. Great, 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 great. Great, 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 great. Okay. We got a Morgan Le Fay. 2 more. 2 more. Hercules, Mummy, and Dracula. Okay, last pack. Come on. Let's get a God pack, all foils, right? I don't think they have that. Something for the future there. Come on, y'all should do that. Watson, King Arthur. And then we got Mina here. We got Merlin. Merlin alt art. I do like that art. Okay, well, I am very happy with this deck, with this pack here. Pack box. There we go. That's the word. Yes. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Well, again, thank you all for watching, and I'll be back at some point.